Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the introduction to statistics, the few concepts we are going to discuss today. Okay. So, what are the few things what we are going to study in this chapter is productive activity, economic activity, definition of economics, basic terms, then ordinary business of life, what is economic problem, why economic problem arises, economy and its component, factors of production, meaning of statistics, scope of statistics. These are the things we are going to study in this particular chapter. So let us briefly discuss what is economy, what is economics, and the definitions which is given by few economists. Okay. So what is economics? Where it has come? Where did this word come from? Okay. Economics comes from Greek word. Okay, it has come from Greek word oikos and nomos. Oikos means house and nomos means customs or law. Okay, so in whatever you do at house, that itself is called as economics. Say for example, you buy a goods, your parents buy purchase few goods, household things, everything, and few people sell the goods. That is also called as economic activities. So that is called economics. Economics is nothing but rules or laws of household is called economics. Okay. So what is this productive activity? Productive activities are those activities which has economic value in the marketplace, which is actually paid or not. Okay, let me give you an example. Um, I'll be working at farm. I'll be working at farm. I get a yield after 6 months. Okay, you can ask me, ma'am, what we are doing today, is it a productive activity or not? Yes, it is a productive activity which is actually paid or not, whether it is paid or not. Say, for example, it is service which is given by me. I'm a lecturer and I'm giving you a service. So the service which is given by me is also a productive activity. An engineer or a doctor who gives the service is also a productive activity. Okay, Geeta is working in her office. Ravi is working on his machine, and Rahim is selling goods in his shop. These are the productive activities. The productive activities are those activities which has economic value in the marketplace. Okay, which is actually paid or not. Okay, then comes the economic activities. Economic activity are those activities which is concerned with manufacturing, purchasing, or selling of goods or services. Okay, purchasing, selling, manufacturing of goods or services. That is what economic activities. Okay, then comes the definition. The definition of economics, the definition, few definitions is given by few people such as Adam Smith and Alfred Marshall. These are the two important persons of economics. That is, Adam Smith is considered is a father of economics, that is classical economics. He defines in his book, which was published in the year 1776, which is called An Inquiry into the Nature and Cause of Wealth of Nation. Cause of wealth of nation. He defines economics as economics is a science of wealth. Economics is a science of wealth. Then comes the Alfred Marshall. Alfred Marshall, he is a great propounder of modern economics. He's a great propounder of, he's a classical and he is a neoclassical economist. Okay. He is a great propounder of modern economics. He defines the economics as the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. He studies the mankind in the ordinary business of life. Okay. In general, we define economics as economics is the study of how people and society choose to employ scarce resources. What is the scarce resources? Scarce resources. You know what is resources. Without the resources, we cannot produce anything. Resources are nothing but the raw materials. Okay. So economics is the study of how people and society people as well as the society choose to employ scarce resources. Scarce resources means the resources which are not in plenty, which are not in abundant, which are very less, that could have alternative uses. If you want to use few resources, the resources has to be used to produce a particular good. So say for example, you are supposed to produce a particular good A, which you need a raw material as need B. So if you don't have that particular goods, that is B, you have alternative. If you can use as alternatively a goods, that is raw material C, you can use it. That is what it is saying. Economics is study of how people and society choose to employ scarce resources that could have alternative uses in order to produce various commodities. In order to produce various commodities that satisfy their wants and to distribute them for consumption. Okay, among various persons and groups in the society. So economics is a study of how people and the society choose to employ scarce resources. How we are going to employ the, say for example, yeah, I'll tell you petrol. So petrol is very, it's a scarce resources. So alternately, what we use is we use diesel. We use LPGs, we use gas. That is what it is. Correct. Alternatively, we have to use something else because in order to produce a commodity that satisfies the wants and distribute them to consumption among various persons. We have n number of people. We know what is the population and their wants. So in order to satisfy all the people wants, what we have to do is we have to choose the resources in such a way that it satisfies all people wants. So that is what economics is. Economics is a study of how people and society choose to employ scarce resources that could have alternative uses in order to satisfy, in order to produce various commodities that satisfy their wants and to distribute them for consumption among various persons and groups in the society. That is what the definition of economics is. Here, the key is this is a basic things. What is economics? Clear? And I'm going to explain a few basic terms in this class. That's all. Okay. Lastly, what are these basic terms? You might be knowing all these basic terms that are in and around you. You hear this particular words. Okay. That is consumer. Consumer is a person who purchases the goods and services for personal use. You can ask me, ma'am, then who is a customer? Is there any difference between customer and a consumer? Yes, there is a difference. There is a difference between customer and a consumer. Customer is a person who can be a consumer also. Customer need not be a consumer here because customer is a person who purchases the goods maybe for his personal use or for someone else. Here, customer is a person who purchases the goods for himself or for someone else. That is what customer is. The consumer is a person who purchases the goods and services for personal use. Who is a producer? Producer is a person who produces the goods, or we can call him as a manufacturer who manufactures the product. The producer is a person who produces the goods. Okay. Then comes the seller. A seller is a person who sells the goods or services also. So, for example, the person who sells the commodities is not only a seller but also the someone who sells their service, who gives their, who renders the service to the institution, person, particular institution or an organization who is also called as a seller. Okay, I'm a seller. I'm going to sell my. Why? Because I'm called as a seller because I'm going to sell my service to the institution. They won't pay me. To make profit, example is shopkeeper. Okay, a person who sells goods or services to make profit is called a seller. Savings. A savings, a part of income which is not consumed. You know, if your parents earn the income, and you think a whole income, whole lump sum of amount is spent on expenditure or spent on some household things or the basic necessities like food, clothing, shelter, everything is spent on that. No, a part of the income is kept aside for future use. That is called saving. A part of income which is not consumed is called savings. Then comes the investment. An investment is the purchase of goods that are not consumed today but are used in the future to create wealth. Okay, so you are going to keep this savings. So few amount is going to be kept as savings, and that savings will be invested somewhere for the future use. Clear? That amount of savings is invested. Say for example, in investment in case of bank, invested in case of any company shares, the investment which is made on government bonds, investment which is made on gold buying a gold bars and all, which creates the future wealth. Yeah, that is what investment is. Then comes the service holder. Service holder is a person who is in job to earn wages or salary. Okay, I'm a service holder at Tamil PU College. So a person who is in job to earn wages or salary is called as a service holder. Then comes the employer. Who is an employer? Employer is a person or organization that employs the people. Tamil PU College is an employer and an employee. Clear? So that is what the difference is. Employee is a person who works under an employee. These are the few basic terms which you are going to learn in this chapter. This is a few basic terms you hear in and around us. Okay, thank you.